the Garmin Striker. Install it right here. Now that we got the transducer on, see if it turns on. Pretty sick. Alright guys, welcome back to a brand new video. As you guys can see from the title and thumbnail, we'll be installing a Garmin fish finder. We got the Striker Vivid along with the KAYAK Attack battery power kit. We're gonna go ahead and install it on the Hobie Outback. So first we're gonna take off the shield here and connect our transducer. So let's go ahead and start with that. So take out 3 screws. You want to do it with hand tools. You don't want to use no power tools because you can just mess up the plastic. So we're gonna go ahead and connect the transducer here. Just wanted to take out the knot here. Or you can just probably do it from the inside. So we will go ahead and open our box. Let me show you guys the Garmin Striker 5. I got it for Christmas, thanks to Santa Claus. So we got all the attachments that you can attach it. You want to attach it inside, you can. I'm gonna go with the outside of this area here, and I'll show you what you're gonna need. With the transducer right here, the long cable. So we're gonna start with that. I'll put this aside. It's another mount I don't think we'll need. Bracket and the knobs for your fish finder screen. We're gonna take off this plate here, and Hobie gives you a little guard. So let me show you what that looks like. Alright guys, so Hobie gives you the bracket that you're gonna want to use. So we got our transducer cover. I'm gonna use this one, and you're gonna want to go ahead and use the same screws. So let me go ahead and take that off really quick. Let me put the camera down. So we're gonna go ahead and switch it out. We got our cover off. Put that to the side. I think you want to take off these screws right here. So when your transducer cover or guard hits something, it automatically goes up by itself and it protects it. So we're gonna go ahead and take off these screws right here. All right, so we got the screws off, and now, so when you retract it, it'll go up as well. You guys will see that later once I put it all together, and you'll see how it's gonna move up. So what you want to go ahead and put your bracket, your protector. There's a little lip on here. You just want to go inside out. Look how bad it got. That's crazy. So be careful. If you want to really protect your transducer, you can go ahead and just leave it on the inside. We're going to take a chance, and we're going to mount it outside. So you want to go ahead and put back your 2 screws so we can go ahead and put our transducer. Just bring it out. There we go. So that's how it looks like. It's going to give you your sonar reading on the bottom. I'll go ahead and connect it or attach it to our guard here. The transducer shield. What you want to do is go ahead and take all this line, get it untangled, because you will be passing it through the kayak. I'll give you about like 10 feet of it. So we're gonna go ahead and install it right here. And I think we are gonna do some cutting. We're gonna have to cut this off, but we're gonna give it a go. So I was looking for a tool to cut this off. Plastic. Let me show you. Yeah, the lighting's really bad here, sorry guys, but we're gonna make it work. So I cut this part right here so we can run the transducer wire right there. I'm gonna have to drill, there's 4 holes right here for screws. I'm gonna have to do 4 small holes in here. So we can do hold it in place with some screws. Fits pretty good. Let me show you guys on the other side. The transducer is right here. This is where I cut the little plastic off so you can run your cable. So that's good. We're gonna leave it right there. Now we gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the 4 holes here. So let me do that really quick. Now with this one here, I'm gonna go ahead and mark our holes here because we're gonna drill through the transducer shield. So you can use a marker to mark it down to where you're gonna put your transducer. and you want to drill 4 holes if you're gonna do it this way, because you also have to see that square right there where your cable's gonna go through. If you feel like this is too much work, you can just put it on the inside. So we got our little holes right there. Let's go ahead and drill the holes out. So there you have it, 4 holes right here. Now we can put our transducer back in there again. Trying to make it work, guys. I don't have a big space to give you guys good content, but I'm trying my best to show you guys. I just didn't want to install it without sharing it with you guys. Alright, so we got our transducer back in there again. Now let's see, we can get the little screws in there. So I noticed that they're kind of short, but we're gonna try to make it work. So we're gonna go ahead and do all 4 like that. This is not meant to go this way. That's why it's kind of giving you a hard time. You don't want to fully tighten them down until you got all 4 in there, so your screws are able to line up at the end. There we go. So now we got our 4 screws. Now you want to get your transducer and kind of position it where all the 4 screws are gonna go in. You don't. Number one thing is you don't want to damage the transducer to where it breaks. This is the important part of your whole setup. Now that we got the transducer on, we're gonna go ahead and connect it or tighten it up with the little pulley system that you have here. So when you want to drop it down, you can. You want to lift it up so you won't damage it. You want to tie it down to this. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So you can do a overhand knot. You want it to stay a little snug. Then your transducer wire, you want to pass it up, and I'll show you guys how to do that right now. Let's go ahead and tie it up right now really quick. Don't leave it snug. You don't want to leave it all loose. And then if you need to adjust it for any reason, you can. So you want to grab the transducer cable and pass it all the way up there. I'll show you guys where you guys are going to pull your cable from. Alright, so we got the whole cable in there. I'm going to probably re-tighten it a little bit more. So that's what the action is going to do. Even if it hits something, I'll push it up to protect it. So hopefully it does that. I'm gonna go ahead and just tighten it up for now before I even test it out, because I gotta be flipping over the kayak too many times. So let's just try to leave it like that for now. Put your screws back on for now. So I'm gonna try to lift up the transducer right now, because we're gonna lay it flat and I don't want to damage it. So let me show you guys how we do that on the other side for your transducer. So hopefully that is working. Has a little lever that you pull, so hopefully that did what it's supposed to do, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to readjust it. Alright guys, the next step, passing the cable, transducer cable, inside the kayak. Get this tray out here so I can show you. So it's gonna go under here, go through there, pull out the wire. See, it's gonna go through here, back to the bottom. Now you wanna run it to the side, because it will be coming out. So it's gonna come out through here. Depending on which side you want your fish finder at, it's the side that you're gonna bring it out. I'm gonna keep mine on the right side, because there's also one on this side here. There's one here on the right side. I mean on the left side. If you're left-handed and you have more space on your left side. So we're gonna grab our tools here. So like I said, you're gonna remove this little plastic thing, and you're gonna find the rubber seal that I'll show you guys right now, that you can put in the cable through. So you have this, hopefully it's picking it up. You want to leave this on there because you want to pass your cable through there, whichever way. And whichever way you're going to go with, you can remove it and replace it with, they come with your Hobie kayak. You want to get, it comes with a little package. You want to use one that has one hole in there. And depending on it has different sizes depending on the thickness of the cable. You can choose the one you want. Let's just try out. This one seems to fit. So now, before you get ahead of yourself, you want to get your cable and you know pass it through it's like a washer so the water doesn't get through, like a little seal or gasket, whatever you guys want to call it. So you want to pass your cable through there, and once your gasket is on there, it looks good. You want to remove one of the little plastics on there and replace it with your other one, like that. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. Yes sir. You put your cable through it. There we go. You want to set it down. Make sure the gasket's on right too. All right, so we got our gasket. We're gonna pass down the cable, and you want to reach down inside of the kayak. You just want to pull down your cable through all the way down. Now you want to get your gaskets on so it keeps it waterproof. So now you want to put back your screws. Let me show you guys how it's gonna look. I did open this off camera because I wanted to tie down the transducer on the bottom, but the next step, obviously run your cable and then put back your screws. So let's do that. So now you want to do it to either your right or your left side of the kayak where the cable is going to be coming out from. Like I did mention, I'm going to do it out of the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same step for that. So I'm going to take out that screw right there, and we're going to go ahead and bring out our cable to pull that out. Same thing with that, you're going to want to change your little gasket. I'll show you guys at the end. Now we're going to go through here and see if we can fish it out. There we go, we got it. Hopefully that picked it up. Now you want to do the same thing. Fish it through there, and depending on how much cable you're gonna want, I guess you don't have to pull it all the way out, because then you can zip tie it. All right, let me show you guys where we're at with all this. All right, so I don't know, the camera picked it up, but I did ran the cable out through there. I fished it out, and I don't know how much line I'm gonna use, so I'm just gonna leave like 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet out, and we're gonna leave it right there for now. So also on this side, since you're gonna need your power, you're gonna need I'll show you guys right now, 2 little plastic holes. All right, so for this part, you are gonna pass the transducer cable, and you're also gonna need your power line to run down there. So you wanna look for one that has a double plastic on there. You're gonna be using that one. So it should look like this. So your cable come out, unless you want an individual one, doesn't matter. But if you want to keep them together, you can do it that way. I'm gonna run the cable. I'm also gonna get a zip tie to put all the extra cable away. So let's do that first. Our cable's right here. I'm gonna grab it like that, and you can leave it under your kayak for now. I want to go ahead and do the power line too with the battery, so I can go ahead and close this out. I haven't even put the power line together for the battery. All right, so for this part, we're gonna go ahead and connect our power line from the Garmin to our KAYAK Attack battery. Done a few cables in the past. I'm just gonna get some more cable out just so I can grab, just like that. It's not a lot, just a little bit. So you want to pass it into here, and then you want to pinch it down so it won't fall out on one side, and then you want to go ahead and get your negative cable. See, this one has a lot, so same thing with the negative cable right there. You want to push them in as far as you can go. You want to push it in, and you want to go ahead and grab your heat gun. We'll do the same thing on the other side too with positive. Put your cable as far in as possible. Let me see if I can crimp it down. Alright, so you can crimp it down a little bit. You don't have to, but does it really need it? So now you want to do your heat gun again. And then if you guys are curious about these 2 cables, it's just to connect another fish finder, anything like that. If you're not going to use them, just kind of put them out the way, or don't cut them off in case you do need them later on. So now we want to get your heat gun. I'll do it one more time. that should be good. So even before you even close it out with this one, it's another little sleeve that they give you. You can want to test it out. Also, you want to go ahead and run your cable through. You just got to find out which one is going to be your connection that goes into your Garmin fish finder. So you can run it through there. But let's test it out before we even put everything away. Alright, so I do have my battery here. KAYAK powered by Nakua. Waterproof, water sealed. You want to grab your connection, turn it down. We'll go to the back. It shows you the power in your transducer. It goes on the other side, so you want to do power. Here we go. See if it turns on. Oh yeah. So yeah, so it works. It's powered. Now you can close everything up. I will show you guys if you guys want to see a review on the Garmin Striker 5. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe so I can do a review on this. There's a few out there, but I just saw it. I liked it. It's a good beginner fish finder, but I don't want to get into so much detail. It works, so now I gotta run the cables. All right, stay tuned, guys, because I still have to show you guys the mount, connect the mount and all that, so I don't want to get distracted by it. Let's put that sleeve on now that it works. Also, I do have another video coming soon. I'm going to show you guys how to install the anchored wizard. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. It's coming soon, coming soon. So there we go. We got all of our cables in here. So let me disconnect it from the battery power, just so we're on the safe side. There's a cool little battery, you guys. I like it. It's pretty cool. Put it to the side. Let's close out this cable here so we can run our cable. Alright, that should be good. We're gonna run this cable in through the bottom here. So what you want to do is open up your little water sealed compartment. I know I just blocked you guys. Same thing, we're gonna run it through. This is not too big of a cable, but that's perfect because we don't need too much cable there. Let's see, let me show you guys right there. Okay, it's easy to pass the cables through here. So there goes our second cable, which is the power line. So we're just gonna extend it out so we can close out where we left off at, which was with this. You wanna put in your cables in through here. So let's do that. So we grab our power cable and our transducer cable, and I think you just wanna take it off. Run it through there. Just wanna go like that. And then this one, I guess you can go ahead and start putting it together. Doesn't matter which one goes first, but I noticed the power cable is a little bit thicker, so I still have a chance to change it because it's not gonna close. So let's do that. And we'll grab one that's a little bit thicker and the skinnier one. So go with the skinnier one last, do the thicker one first. I think that's the power line, and the thinner one is your transducer cable, like that. We'll go ahead and slide this back in there and just pull out the cables a little bit more. There we go. So now you have your gasket. There we go. And pretty much you just put back the bolts, the screws on there, and you should be set. And then the next steps, just mounting your fish finder on whatever bracket you're gonna use. I did get the KAYAK mount for it, so I'll show you guys that next. You don't want to over tighten it to where the screws kind of mess up the plastic of your kayak. As long as you see the little rubber seal coming out, that means that you got it nice and tight on there, so you should be fine. You don't want to over tighten it. Alright guys, so we did get our power line It's up to you where you guys want to keep your cable. I'm gonna have to probably keep it here in the dry area because I don't want it to get wet. So since I don't put anything on here, I'm gonna go ahead and put this little tray back in. I don't know what you call it. There's a name to it. I don't know. So I'm just gonna keep my battery in here. I really don't use it at all. So see, it's not even going anywhere. And then I can keep my battery. Let me show you guys. So I have a cable right here, and I'm just gonna leave the battery here. It's pretty small, and it doesn't need a lot of space. So I think I'm gonna keep it in here. Keeps it water sealed. I don't keep any lures or baits or anything in here at all. I have the KAYAK small pack that goes on the side. If you guys want to see that video, it should be up by now. So I'll link it up there for you guys so you guys can watch it. They're all the upgrades that I have done on the kayak so far. And this is another one with the fish finder. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the battery here. So let's leave it here before I connect it. I'm gonna go ahead and the last part of the video is pretty much mounting up the fish finder and then turning it on once again for you guys. But yeah, let's mount it up. You do have your bracket. I got the one from KAYAK, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it together really quick for you guys. Let me know how you guys installed your fish finder. So you get your KAYAK mount or whatever mount you have, and then just on whatever side you're gonna use it, put your fish finder at. You wanna keep it close to you. I think I'm gonna go on the inside, just like that. Then later on you can move it around. So the way you tighten it down is like this. Just turn it, twist it a few times so it can lock into place. But I think right there is gonna be way too far for me. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer. I still don't know yet. So you kind of want to get on your kayak too to make sure it's within reach. I know for sure this, I'll be able to reach it. So we'll put it right here. If not, I can just move it down the track here. But we're just gonna leave it right here for now. Nice and tight. You can always move it around. It's not a set spot that I'm gonna leave it at. But that's what I like about the mount here. So you just wanna tighten it down so it doesn't fall with the weight. Then before I close it out, I'll show you guys how it turns on. So that's pretty much it right there. Just wanna get your wires. So this is your power right here in the back. So that's pretty much it with the install. So we got our battery right here, KAYAK by Nakua. Sorry, I mispronounced a bunch of words. So we got the battery right here. I'm gonna go ahead and connect it to show you guys the LED screen. Shit's fire, bro. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Should work. Oh yeah, pretty sick. All right, so there it is, guys. Can't wait to use it. So hopefully you guys liked the install video and it's helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.